Because if you go on LinkedIn, every day it's 7,000 layoffs from this big tech company, right? And there's always some guy named Mark. He's like, hey, if you guys are looking for copywriters, it's like, no, man, nobody wants copywriters anymore. Go learn how to be an AI copywriter and then offer the service, because that's your only choice at this point. Because there's never been a time like this where if you got laid off because your skill is no longer needed, bro, chances are other companies don't need you either. So we're launching an AI company now, and it's gonna be really cool. All these AI companies are really cool, but there's nothing really special about what we have. We have a software company, but it's a software that anybody else can make. They have like white labeled solutions. Like if you get a t-shirt, for example, you can put a logo on it, same thing. What's happening right now is these tools are really powerful, dangerous, it could be, we still don't know yet. Is ours, what it does is it prospects for you. Like it actually acts as a salesperson. So imagine if you are running paid ads. That's the same thing as getting attention. That's like door knocking, basically. You're running paid ads and the ads are getting in front of people that may or may not need your services, but everybody's learning about it. Again, similar to like knocking on a bunch of doors. Then it actually captures people's information, because if they click on the ad and they provide enough value, people will give their information in there, right? So they're capturing the information, and then the software automatically programs it into a CRM. So CRM is like a Salesforce, HubSpot. It's just to manage like all your leads and your clients. The salespeople, they need to be organized with their leads. The tool automatically puts it into a CRM, it assigns it to the correct person, and then it sends a text message. Similar, like if you ever been to like a car wash where you leave after and you get like a text message, it has a bot that does that. Now the bots before were always very conditional. Like you just set the rules, and it's just like conditions as like, if you give two options and they respond yes, another question comes out, depending on what they always answer. So then you can always go as far down as possible. It's really hard to have a full conversation, but what's happening now is with ChatGPT, it can have a full conversation with people. And then our software also has billing and it has invoicing. The chatbot could actually send an invoice and collect payment and just close the entire deal for you. But here's the thing, we're not the only ones doing this, because there's over 100,000 people that are using the same softwares that we're using. It's called Go High Level. You can go on YouTube, you can look it up, Go High Level. The software is just a tool. It's almost like having a bunch of employees, but if you don't know what to do with the employees, you're not gonna make any money either way. So you gotta know how to use the tool, and it has to do with a lot with marketing and understanding how to create lead magnets and how to create front-end offers, how to get people enticed, and branding and all that. Because like the legwork of like having to prospect, that's done already. People don't want to do that anymore. And the salespeople that are doing that, eventually they're gonna find out about these tools. What's happening now, this is technically replacing salespeople, but salespeople don't know about it. Because when these tools come out, just like the internet, the entrepreneurs, they come out and they start investigating, okay, these are technology, it provides value to people, and they go like this, they think, okay, how does it provide value to people? So then they start thinking, they come up with all these ideas, they build websites, everything happens, right? Because the entrepreneurs find the value and then they give the value to the people. And that's how they become really rich. So that's what's happening right now with these tools. But every entrepreneur, when they think about like a new way to provide value, they automatically align their company with, how do we make the most amount of money in the shortest period of time? That's what they all think about, right? The way you make the most amount of money is you go B2B. You always go B2B, you sell to business owners because business owners pay more, they have more money. So if you're able to solve rich people problems, you'll make rich people commission checks, right? It's not the same selling a $2 million house or a $200,000 apartment. That means you're having conversations, like these software companies, they're having conversations with business owners and they're all just talking to each other, but nobody's talking to the employees. And then it hit me. They can't talk to the employees. If the employees find out about these tools, why the fuck would they work for them, right? If there's a tool that could sell for you, why would you be working for somebody else? And I'm like, oh, okay, because they don't know about it, right? Because it's a bias. The business owner cannot say, hey, there's a tool that's replacing you, because if he says that, the employee will think, well, if there's a tool that's replacing me, then that must also mean there's a tool that if I was to start a business, I'd be able to replace the biggest problem that I'd ever have in business, which is sales, getting more sales, right? Better, cheaper, faster than everybody else. That's what these tools do. I realize where we're headed towards is eventually the world optimizes towards truth, right? Eventually truth comes out because truth creates value. Think about it like this. Right now the value is selling to business owners. Eventually every business owner will have one of these. Now you can't sell to business owners, so entrepreneurs start looking around. Okay, let's sell to salespeople so that they can replace themselves. And then the way I see it, if these tools are here to replace people, then we should start giving them to the people that are about to be replaced. We shouldn't be selling them B2B. And the reason, and by the way, I don't think it's out of bad intent. I don't think people are selling in B2B because they want to be greedy. I think they're just following the rules. And the rules say, if you go on YouTube, for example, you will never see a video that talks about, hey, you should go direct to consumer. No, they all say go B2B because that is the main rule. That's one of the main rules on how do you make the most amount of money. But the rules change when you can find out what's happening in the future. The rules don't apply to you at that point because the rules are from the past, right? People are building businesses based off the past. Based off the past, they say if you build a software company, you should hire salespeople that can sell the software for you, right? That makes sense. If we're going to a world where more people are going to work for themselves, less people are going to work for other people, then that also means that it's going to be impossible to keep employees in the future. So why are you going to build a business with employees when eventually you're not going to have employees? Like, that's really where we're headed. Elon Musk says this too, he talks about it. He says we're getting to that unified society at some point because the world optimizes towards truth. That's exactly what he means, right? So if we can understand that that's really what's going on, then why not get ahead of it? Like, the way I see it, if these employees are gonna get replaced, because that's what's happening, we're hearing about it, we're not thinking about it, because we go on LinkedIn, every day it's 7,000 layoffs from this big tech company, right? And there's always some guy named Mark, he's like, hey, if you guys are looking for copywriters, it's like, no, man, nobody wants copywriters anymore. Go learn how to be an AI copywriter and then offer the service, because that's your only choice at this point, because there's never been a time like this where if you got laid off because your skill is no longer needed, bro, chances are other companies don't need you either, right? It's like no job security, no, there's no skill security nowadays. That's scary, that's fucking scary. And the way I see it, if nobody's like providing something to catch these people that are gonna literally lose their jobs, and most of America doesn't have $500 in their bank account. So imagine you got laid off and you're like, okay, now what do I do? I can get another job. And you're like, okay, what skills, what value do I have? Okay, I know how to sell. Oh, wait, no, they don't need that anymore. Okay, I can paint. It's like, no, they don't need artists either. Okay, I can make music. There's AI making music. Okay, then if you can't beat these machines, you gotta join them. You gotta start thinking, okay, if there's a tool that's replacing salespeople, let me just get one of those and start a company, right? You connect it to the company and just sell shit for you. Eventually people will find out about this. But why wait till eventually? I can be the one to start telling people about this. Because it's hard to say all this, because I'm not sure what's gonna happen, but I'm pretty confident that's what's gonna happen. Eventually the world optimizes towards truth. More people are gonna help out more people, because that's where the value lies, right? When people are retired and they don't care about anything else, where the value lies is you being able to help other people, the people that need the help. If the people already got the help, it always optimizes towards more of the people that need the help. This is where we're going. I believe this is where we're headed, and I believe the way that we stay safe is if everybody has all these same tools, everybody is gonna look exactly the same. The only thing that matters is the person that provides the most amount of value and the person that tells the best story, that has the best brand, right? The personal brand, the people that are admired. People either buy from you because they like your product a lot or they like you a lot, one of the two. Right? And if everybody has all these tools that could like literally steal business from people, then you got to stay safe through the loyalty. So your personal brand is going to be number one. So yeah, this is my story. Let's see how this goes. We just launched this week. But thanks for listening.